Well, good evening, everyone. Hope you all have been having fun this past couple of days for this awesome marathon. Yes. Okay, am I live? Everything's up. Audio's good. Good. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right, so I got to keep things moving along. Before I start, I do want to do a quick shout out to in-game audio going boop-de-boop, but we'll turn that down for just a moment. We had 2 donations coming in there near the end of that. I want to point out that Tim and Paul donated $20 towards the Ninja Spirit version incentive. No message there. And we have Nemesis678 donating $5 towards the Marble Madness Name the Marbles 5-character limit. Jacob with the name Uwu or message Uwu. Yeah. All right, so we're going to jump into the game. I'm going to keep going because, unfortunately, for myself, I am on a time crunch. We're going to get it started. So let me get to the menu if the game will allow me. And it seems like my controller has disconnected. Will it accept the input? It will not. Technical issue. Hold one moment. And that is about as quick a change as I can get. 3, 2, 1, going. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kickle Cubicle, a very food-themed game from the back of your refrigerator. Today, introducing Kickle Cubicle. His job is kicking cubes, as it turns out. So, your goal in Kickle Cubicle, which is a puzzle game by Irem, is to collect the 3 magic bags to free the frozen lands of the various worlds. First world was a vegetable world, noted by the floating vegetables after you clear each and every single one of these little frozen stages. The evil wizard has frozen all the worlds of the food world here, and Kickle's mission is to clear them and get them unfrozen by these magic bags. Why magic bags? I don't know. It's just what they decided. And there's the corn. So I will be playing this for about the next hour. We are going to complete all 4 major worlds. We are not going to be completing the special world, sorry. For a future one, perhaps. So the vegetables and all the other creators are going to talk to you, say, hey, everything's been frozen. Please help us. Please unfreeze this world. I don't know. I mean, going from ice platforms to a pure ocean world, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. So we're going to use all the things to our advantage. We have these first power-up that we can actually use, which is the frozen P-blocks. And those P-blocks, and I should have done it this way, that's fine. Freeze every enemy on the screen. The first enemy we have here is the little bots. These are intentional to be frozen, to create little frozen pathways across the ice world here. And that's what happens when you touch any of them. You die. That was completely unintentional. I should have just kept firing, but that's fine. That's fine. You get to see deaths. Hopefully not too many. But there you go. So we're going to use the little frozen thing again. We're going to go ahead and froze them. I can English. I can froze them. Good lord. Okay, so you have 2 moves. You have the Ice Breath, which turns them into ice cubes. You also have the ability to put little ice blocks down on the ground as well to kind of direct and redirect your enemies. And as you go along, you'll be able to find other little power-ups around the world. The little frozen popsicles there are for points. Of course, the P-balls you saw there freeze everything on the screen. And each world is about 10 to 12 levels. Each world takes around 15 to 20 minutes to complete, depending on how quick you are. We're going to hope that we can finish all 4 worlds and 4 bosses in under an hour. I know the world record for this is something akin to like under 50 minutes. I have not gotten my gaming skills in this game quite that good. So, unfortunately, an hour and 15 expectation on the upper end is what it is, unfortunately. But we're going to do our best to not take any more deaths than necessary, and then, of course, freeze the world of their plight. There are the aubergines or eggplants for those who choose. Eggplant, aubergine, whatever. It's the same color as wah! Alright, so we're introduced to the next mechanic of the game, springs. Springs do exactly what it sounds like they do. They spring back the ice blocks thrown into them. In a very, very quick stage. That's actually the stage you see on the intro scroll that Kickle dies to a bouncing ice block. But as we go along, you'll see more monsters and enemies that we have to deal with, including Coke, the chickens. And they're known for kicking the ice blocks as you make them. So if you have an ice block sitting on the screen and they're not frozen, they will run up and kick it. As you will see here, possibly. Nope. But you cannot turn them into ice blocks, but you can freeze them and crush them. Also, the holes in the ice, you can throw blocks over those holes, but an ice block will not fill them. So those are permanent stage obstacles. We're going to bop that, which is going to freeze everything, including the Tanuki. Now, I will point out that... You're a jerk. Game. I will point out that originally when I saw the Tanuki, I wanted to call it an owl, because if you look at it from the front, it's definitely very owl-like. But it does have a tail, and somebody's like, hey, there's a tail on that owl. That isn't feathers. It's obviously the raccoon Tanuki tail. So yes, those are Tanukis. And we save the onions. I love onions. Onions are delicious. They might not think so, but I definitely think so. I'm gonna freeze some enemies here. All the way to the bottom. Thank you very much. And we need one of you guys to come all the way down here, if you will. That'd be lovely. Alright, and then we need them over this way. Cool, and one more. Also, as long as you have the bot on the screen frozen, a new one cannot spawn. So if you need a little bit of extra time or leeway to be able to move around on the screen, you just freeze a bot and another one will not spawn in its place until that block is gone. That will come into play multiple times throughout the run. Multiple times throughout the run. And here's where you get to see the kicking action take place, and we're not going to let him do anything else. We're going to bop him, and we're going to use the block that's still available. And we're going to crush the block so we don't have another one spawning. Go ahead and do that for me, please. I'm going to stop you real quick, and there we go. So there are other items in the game that you can see, one of which we're hoping not to see, and we'll probably won't grab it, is the ring. The ring makes the entire level into a bonus level, whichever one you're on. To clear it, you have to collect all of the special things that pop up, which will fill every tile on the screen. And it's a good way of finishing the level if you don't feel like grabbing the magic bags. But if you have grabbed a few of the bags and then that pops up and you grab it, it just wastes time. Usually those rings will only pop up every once in a while based off of your score, how long you survived. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you really don't want to grab them because they're just a waste of time. Alright, we're going to use you there. We're going to use you there. There we go. I need one of you guys to please. Two of you guys. That'd be swell. There we go. And there we go. So you're going to see more and more mechanics as you progress through the game. Like any good puzzle game, they got to make it more difficult, add more toys to the mix. Some of which become quite complicated super quickly, and some of which are not too bad. I did mention we have the Spinies running around the map. If those things touch you, you die, obviously. But the Spinies have the added effect of running around the edges of the screen, which you can block using those blocker blocks. Block using the blocky block. That's right. I know. We're quite a bit different kind of gaming here than what we saw here the last couple of games. Go from horror to... well, I guess it's horror if you don't like vegetables. Okay, I need to make sure I grab the, excuse you. Grab that magic bag, because that would be bad if I didn't. And we need one more of you fellas. That too will work. There we go. And those, I believe, are sweet potatoes or just potatoes. I don't know. I don't know the lore of the game. I have only played it for way too much. Alright. 4 more levels of Garden Land. Now, I will give a warning now that there is flashing in this game once you get to the boss levels, and that before the boss levels, I should say, and that flashing can be rather rough. Can you go pick a direction? Thank you. So now we're introduced to the bombs, who will blow up a 3x3 tile around them. They'll temporarily remove the tiles, and if you're standing on them when they explode, of course, on any of the tiles around them or run into them, you die, of course. One hit. Multiple lives. You do get extra lives. You do have the ability to collect extra lives. Although, honestly, the only penalty is you lose your score, and you start back at whatever the level that you're on that you died on. So it's not really that big of a penalty. It's just like, here, sorry. You lose your score! How dare you! So we also have this penguin guy over here wandering around. He's not too bad to deal with. You just freeze him, break him, or throw a block through them will also kill them. Most of the fleshy characters you can throw an ice block through and it'll just kill them. But they do come back. Most of them will respawn out of those little spawners. Alright, so we have more spiny action up there. I'm going to go ahead and steal this. We're going to use those empty platforms there to scoot across. So we do have to put several blocks down to make our way up here. Alright. Gotta kind of go back and forth here. I could make it a little bit faster by running, pushing, shoving, doing a bunch of extra work with ice blocks here. But that's why my time is an hour as opposed to under 50. Or around 50. Because I don't feel like running around and doing all that stuff. Alright, on our way. I'm a casual jogger. A slight jogger, if you will. Alright, last stage of Gardenland and our first boss. So again, we're introduced to the kicker chickens. The kickin' chickens! And we're just gonna go blop. So, in order to kind of keep those guys from going the wrong direction, I need to go ahead and put an ice blocker there. We are not going to be collecting the 1-up, sorry. Sir, I need you to not do what you're doing right now. See, the bots can go any direction they feel like. They could come all the way down to where they could be shot and then, nah, and turn around. They can do that, which just happened. We free the tomatoes. The tomatoes are going to tell you that the next palace is coming to play. Get ready to go climb, do your thing. Again, I will warn you that there are a lot of flashing and extreme lightings that happen between the final stages of the world and the boss stages, which is particularly notable on stage 3 and 4. So, if you have any problems with epilepsy issues, I will let you know again when we get to the end of each world to perhaps look away for a moment. Which one is Princess Tomato? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Where's the EBC for the lore? Come on. Help me out. This is clearly the Salad Kingdom. Yes, and the tomatoes are in the Salad Kingdom, so that is a fallacy. Cook the chicken! So each one of the bosses has a different thing they do. This one will throw ice blocks at you in this way, and then you have to use them. Push them into him. Oh, that was very close. And to save time, get as close to that door before he completely disappears. Then we get to meet the first of the 4 princesses. First princess is Princess, and I'm supposed it's supposed to be Princess Pumpkin, but they nicknamed her Princess Pumpa. You can't make that up. Oh my, Kickle! All the worlds are frozen! Please unfreeze them. You've got 3 more to go. On to Fruit Land, because the tomato was the conjunction from moving from Vegetable Land to Fruit Land. See? They didn't do that on accident. Alright, so this stage kind of starts you off with a kind of a bait and switch there. by giving you some walls there to use, but you don't need them. Alright, we're going to stand right about here. And right about there. There you go. So we're well on our way into the second world. Excuse me. Alright, so this one is a test of speed and or being able to pay attention. So if you're quick enough, you can get up here and grab this. There you go. Not too bad. And grab. And I believe we have melons there. Delicious melons. On the totally not a grenade pineapple land. Next we have our new friend, Piero the Clown. And Piero likes to throw volleyballs, beach balls. Not volleyballs, beach balls. So we're going to try to stun the last one because we cannot break the beach balls. Volleyballs. Beach balls. Yeah, whatever. I keep saying the different thing. We can't break those with our faces. We can break them with our barriers. But that takes too much time. So we just want to kind of keep moving. Oh, that bounced over me. And there are some delicious cherries. So you might have guessed, for the last several Feed the Kid marathons, I like to try to offer this one because of the obvious fruit theme for most of the worlds. But here we go. Next enemy is the cannon, doing exactly what a cannon does. We got to be careful not to get hit by the little pea shots it puts out and block them. We just throw down a little ice wall. And further into Fruitland. Alright, so we have another Tanuki and more springs. Our goal here is to say hello to each of these. Whoop, don't get hit by that. That'd be horrible. Make sure we grab that. And the Tanuki is in the way. That is exactly what I knew was going to happen. Alright. Alright, Tanuki takes an L. That's fine. Hey, Tanuki, you want to get out of the way? Tanuki does what Tanuki does. Waiting? Alright. Back in the 80s, this was intended to be the origin story of the X-Men's hero, Iceman. But there were licensing issues. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how this went. Alright, we're introduced to yet another mechanic. And that mechanic is the hammer. The hammer does what it sounds like it does. When you hit the hammer on the hammer head, it will go ahead and spin around and send whatever hit it on its way to the other side. You can crush monsters with it, and you can, of course, rebound ice blocks off of it. The hammer mechanic is probably one of the more complicated strats of the game, because you have to understand how the mechanic of the hammer works. Essentially, whatever direction the hammer is pointing will be the direction that the object that hits it will be going. So if the hammer is pointing to the right and an object hits it, it will be going to the right, and down and up and left and so on and so forth. But it has to be hit on the sides of the hammerhead, not on the top of it. We'll be running into more of those later. And we have an orange! Help our princess, please! Halfway through the stage, they finally give me the backstory of this world. That's fine. Alright, so we are going to take our 3 shots on either side of this. There's one. And we also have the cannons now. The cannons will throw a bomb very similar to how the bomb creature works. The bomb will blow up on 2 or 3 tiles around it. And we could have gone. I don't know why I didn't. Unlike the regular bombs, you can actually freeze and crush the cannons. Let me just take my time right now. And there's the peaches. But yeah, the cannons can be crushed, so they can stop firing, but... There we go. Alright, let's freeze these guys and do some more spring action here. Now, I could go ahead and collect it. I could go ahead and collect this one up. Or I could just get crushed by the ice block instead, which is more fun. Weapon, please. Not paying attention to the button. Hey, we got watermelons now! I'm like, I will not be collecting the 1-ups. Immediately collects a 1-up the next time it pops up. It's okay, chatters. RNG manipulation. World record strats right there. Every time! Not really. No. Alright, so remember what I said about the hammer direction dictates, what direction the, item will fly. Well, we want it to go to the left, we point it to the left, and then hit the hammerhead with it. Want to go to the right, we go that way. To the right. But we're gonna wait a moment because explosive guy over here decided he wanted to take a shot first. And more cherries. Alright, so this stage looks a lot more complicated than it really is. First you gotta push this guy. We're gonna push him again. And then push him again. And then push him again. And you're done. That stage looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. A lot of the stages of this game look a lot more complicated than they really are, but, you know, you just take it in stride. You'll be alright. It's a fun game. Stick to it. You can beat it. You can do it. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. I need you. Thank you. Ah, cold-blooded killer. Banana. How about you? I could kill me some bananas. Love me some banana. Anyways, onward. We have more spiny, more bags, more of the little freezy bots. No, you don't, sir. Alright, and I need one of you to go all the way across. I need one of you to be the hero. Nope, you don't. Oh, so close, sir. So close. Also, Kickle's a ninja. Never says a word. 100% canon. I am kicking off the ninja block with Kickle, Cubicle, the ninja. I myself am not a ninja. Kickle's the ninja. I cannot be a ninja. Why? Because I can't shut up for 2 seconds, and that's also canon. Like the cannon across the screen, also canon. Kickle's the food ninja. Alright, we got another hammer, except now we get to learn the mechanics of putting the an object against the sides of the hammer. So, you'll see how that's pointing up. Well, I had to hit it to get it to the left side. But now, what am I going to do about the right side? Well, we're going to have to go ahead and freeze this bot. I have already forgotten what the bot's actual name is. But we're going to call him a bot because it reminds me of the Zelda 2 bots. And there you go. So the side of the hammer makes a difference, but it will always hit it the direction it's pointing as long as you hit it from the sides. Excuse me. Two more areas in the fruit land. Excuse me. So here we have a conundrum. We've got spinies, and we don't like spinies. Spinies hurt a lot. So we're just gonna wall them off as we unlock them. I'm going to need you to move back just a little farther because I've made a mistake. Here we go. That one needs to be moved a little farther back. Pineapple! Alright, one more to go. I don't believe there's as much flashing in this next in-between, but I'll let you know that if you need to look away from light sensitivity issues, sorry. Yawn, burp, cough, and sneeze all at the same time. Dangerous. We'll let you know. Now, this is one of the longer stages of the game, not because it's difficult, but because there's just a lot of waiting. Actually, I can block you off for now. I don't want to block this one off because this one will help me in the end. Oops, I need to do this because he's going to pop out there. I need you over this way, thank you. There we go. Piero! And up. Go that way, please. Ah! Thought you had me! You almost did. I did not want to have to restart this one. The reason why you want them to move around on the other side there is because sometimes you can get these guys to land in a good spot, so you can use one of those on the right column to make your way, as opposed to waiting for the one next to you. Alright, we have saved the apples. The apples are telling us that the castle is returning and the land is being cleared of the flood. The Covenant have left the area. Flashing happening, just a little bit of flashy. Look away if you have issues with light flashing, blah, blah, blah. Not a lot of flashing, just a little bit of flashing. Or a little bit of light, rapid light change here. There you go. And that's done. Bubbles! The greatest enemy of all video games. Alright, Kickle, let's go. Let's kick the butt of the next boss. Who do you think it's gonna be? You saw a giant chicken, what's next? You're wrong, it's a giant clown. Good job. Give up now. So his thing works a little bit different. His bounce to where you're at and then have to hit a wall to break. And we're going to go ahead and just do this again. Oh, and that's what happens when the boss hits you with a giant tool. Alright. Another time, Piero. Let's go. Again, run up a few blocks, run to the wall, let the ball break in the wall. Hit him with that, and hit him with the next one. That again, and then book it! Now, he can jump and try to hit you. These are in a really bad spot, so I can't really use those. So I'm going to stand over here. I'm going to wait for him to jump over there, and I could have used that. Again, over here. Hit the ball, and I missed it. That's okay. Over here, Piero. Over here, actually. And ball. He's down. And there we go. That's the World 2. And say hello to Princess Lutia. Thank you for clearing World 2. You have 2 more to go. Let's go. On to Cake Land. Everybody's favorite world, Cake Land. Deliciousness. So, there is a special theme for the third world. We'll get to that. But Cake Land, delicious, delicious cake. We all love cake. And so do the kids. Let's be sure to pay attention that this is a donation marathon. We are here to raise money for the kids. And if you have the means, absolutely please make sure you donate as you're able to. We're okay. Donate as you're able to. If you can't, that's okay. We appreciate you being here nonetheless. We're going to keep this jolly good time continuing here. In Cake Land, oh, look at that. Is that a giant trident? Yes, this is Poseidon's world. Alright, so on Poseidon's world here, we're going to try to carefully build a bridge. And I missed that one here. There we go. And there. And on the way back, we want to not get run over by the Spiny, who's going to take the other path. Got it. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Donuts! Alright. And we're halfway through, or not even halfway through Poseidon's land here. So here we get introduced to yet another enemy. These are the Shield Knights. The Shield Knights do what you think they do. They shield against your magic blasts. And they're just going to hurt each other because They're dumb. Oh, you know what? I'll take that. And I'll take that. I need one of you. Just one of you? That'd be great. Thank you. Oh, no! Mistakes were made! That's okay. Totally planned. But that's what happens if you try to freeze a knight while they're facing you. They rebound a shot, and it can freeze you for a short amount of time. And then, of course, they'll charge up and hit you. You'll see the shield knights a few times through the run. Alright. More Pingus, more bots, and more collecting of the magic bags. Alright, so I need this to, I need this to go here. Because I need this wall. And this is a stage that you have to do kind of fast. Because if you look at the top right, there is an ice block. And those ice blocks do melt. So if you don't reach them quick enough, they can't... Oh, that bot was waiting to snipe me. Everybody saw that coming but me, right? Alright, there's the first game over. Alright. Again, your punishment is you lose your points, and that's really about it. So, back to the stage we go. Back to the stage we go. Actually, the reason why I have to go all the way around is because it's a puzzle. Puzzles make you kind of work for it. All right, freeze you, and refreeze that, so I don't have to worry about it. I didn't take my time properly there, but that's okay. And don't ask why the burgers are in Cake Land. I don't consider burgers cake, but you know what? I would consider a burger, nevertheless. Absolutely. Alright, so here we go. Here's the next stage. More bots, lots of bots. We're going to go ahead and freeze a couple of these. We are going to make our effort here to try not to have to deal with too many of them. There we go. And you see, there's a lovely one up there. That would be great to get, right? It's a little late, but you know what? Nab. Do you need the 1-ups? Absolutely not. You don't need the 1-ups. You just restart the stage, that's all. And the candy is going to come talk to us in Cake Land. Our world is sealed in a witch's ball. Crystal ball. The Witch King would appreciate me calling Wizard King. Thank you. It could be Witch King. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think it's the Wizard King technically, according to the lore of the game. Alright, here we have one of our final enemies that we get to play with. And that is the Capans, the turtles, who do what you see they do. They dash across the screen to try to hit you. That dash also has the capability of breaking your frozen blocks. So blocking them with the bot ice blocks won't work. You can barrier them, I believe, but the bots you cannot use. So here we have one of our first action stages, and what I mean by action is you're going to be running a lot. So here we go. Hit it! Give it! Give it! Give it! Ah. And of course we have a Shield Knight, and as the Shield Knights are good at doing, here we go. Time for some eclairs. Game is just making me hungry. Alright. Here we get to play with another Capan. This one we probably want to go ahead and bop fairly early here. But if we don't, we don't. That's fine. Like I said earlier, remember that the Capan here can and will potentially crush the frozen block here, and I don't want him to do that. So we're going to have to go ahead and carefully make our way around here. I'm going to go ahead and drop him. Now, he will respawn, so he's going to come back up here shortly. But we've got him. And can I win? I can win. By the way, once they're spinning and in motion, I don't believe you can actually freeze them. So, another little mechanic of the Capans. Cake Land. We have defeated the Middle Tine. It's time for the Outer Tines. Alright, so we have a bunch of bots here. Alright, and another mechanic, and that mechanic is if you push the ice block into a point, that point will break the ice block. And let's see, can I do this? I can. Can you up? Can you go up? Up would be good. Up, right here. Thank you. So one of the fun mechanics of the game kind of expects you to do eventually is once a ice block hits a spring, there is a brief moment of time that you can actually push that ice block out of the spring. That is going to be required on a number of stages, so there's a lot of timing involved with that. Also, fun and bad mechanic of the game. The game does have sort of a clipping mechanic that can be kind of rough. And what I mean by clipping mechanic is that if you tap the button to move, but you don't fully move through a block, your character will kind of rebound back into the block he's standing in, which can be great so you don't accidentally run into an enemy or run into a lane that has an ice block flying through. It can be really bad because if you don't hold the button and you try to avoid an enemy in an ice block, you can just get run over. So it's great and bad at the same time. So here we go. We're going to fight the great ice race here. And we are going to do the great dodging. Now, we have to do this quickly because there is an ice block at the end holding a spiny. You will die if you do not do it quick enough. On to Flan World. 5 more levels on Cake Land. And then we're on to the greatest, theoretical greatest land of all time. Depends on how old you are and how many things you do or do not have. Crushed it! Alright. We're going to stand over here. Up. Push that back up there because we need that again. And same mechanic, same as the first. Henry VIII, I am. Excuse me very much. 4 more levels, and then on to the final world. And a boss, of course. So this is another rush stage. You want to get through it as quick as you can. And I'm going to chuck you across the screen. I'm going to have to wait. Great. I'm going to have to wait. That was not the rush that I want. Hi, thanks. So what you saw there was not a glitch. One of the things the enemies can do is if an enemy runs into a tile that has a magic bag, that magic bag can cross into any of the adjacent 8 tiles so that you can collect them from there. However, what happened there is the bot ran into the tile and then immediately ran into which ran into another bot. So it was a free. So I'm going to put that right there. He's going to kick it. I'm going to kick it. Then I'm going to kick it again. And then I'm going to kick it again. And again. And again. So this one's going to come around. He's going to kick it as well. And straight into a spring, and victory lap we go. Boom goes the dynamite. Alright. 2 more. And the boss of the stage, the intro to it, is extraordinarily flashy. So if you have any issues with... oh, you jerk. If you have any issues with light sensitivity, this will definitely be the screen to look away from because it is terrible. Oh, you tried. You tried. So one more stage and then we'll get to that sequence. I quote it as being probably one of the worst flashing instances of all video games in history. Maybe not the longest flashing scene, but it is definitely one of the worst. And I have to usually see it 2 or 3 times because I have it on all my screens. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and freeze him. And we're going to go ahead and deal with Capan number... we missed. Capan number 1. We're going to freeze him, bop it. And we are going to go ahead and put that right there. Bop it, twist it, turn it, victory! And there is the strawberry cheesecake. I love me some strawberry cheesecake. So, again, if you have any issues with light sensitivity, please look away now. I'll let you know when the flashing is done. I've been waiting for this moment. We will break the seal on the magic ball. The turtle monster's there. Yeah, we're going to be fighting a giant turtle. So this is also part of the turtles block, as well as the ninja block. Flashing in 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, negative. Okay, here it is. Ugh. It's rotten, I'm sorry. Alright, flashing is done. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst flashing in any of the games that I play on the regular. That is just rotten. Alright, Boskapan, here we go. So Boskapan has shells that he throws at you, but when he throws the shell, he throws himself shortly after. And you'll see what I mean there in just a moment. He's not going to get a chance to, because I'm going to kill him before he gets the opportunity. Or not, I guess. I missed the last shot. That's unfortunate. So you got to see what he does. So usually he'll start spinning around after he gets the shell tossed. So we're going to put ourselves in a position where he'll throw it where we can use it. Of course, he can crush the shells to make them absolutely useless. 1, 2, 3, and I can't use that one. Freezing him does nothing. Over here, please. And... Oop. One more. One more. It's 5 hits. Alright, don't get me. Nope, that is not coming. That's not... No, that's bad. Come on. Come on. I need you to be in a spot that I can kill you. There you go. There we go. Alright, good, good. I need you to be in a spot where I can murder you. Said every hero to every villain ever. Alright, our third princess. Princess Crema. There we go. And onwards to the last world, which is labeled as Toyland, but I have a feeling this just ran out of character space. It is, in fact, Christmas Land. So not only is it a ninja game, not only is it a Turtles game, it is also a Christmas game. And welcome to the hardest stage in the game. Hold tight for a few moments. I'm probably going to die a couple times here. Just kidding. First try every time. So that is one of the last enemies we get to see. There's one more, other than the final boss, is those sparks. Those sparks cannot be stopped. They can be bounced, but they will charge through you, and they don't pay attention to the squares as they're set up. They don't care. So, we're going to have to deal with this carefully because these guys can also be nasty. So these are the other Kickle kin, if you will. They can freeze you in return, and they don't care about your ice blocks unless you roll it through them. So that is the second to last new enemy we'll see in the game. Of course, the last new enemy will be the final boss. But we're in Christmas Land. Don't pay attention to the fact that the land is shaped like a gun. That's okay. We're not, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So we're going to race these Spinies. We're going to try not to get killed by the Spinies. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a time out here. So how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Oh, no, this... Okay, just kidding. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. Just raising the stress level a little bit. You'll be all right. Back to the Toyland. The Christmas Land. Totally Christmas Land, by the way. Alright, now we have all the cannons, and this one I died to on the regular because I'm dumb and I forget to put down my blockers. There's a blocker right there, thank you. 2, 3, blocker, and go. Oh! I was getting too excited about pushing the blocks. Oops. That is not how I expected to die there, if at all. It's okay. It's okay. We'll try it again. You see the solution. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you just don't break the blocks on the face of the cannons. It's bad. Okay? Alright, and we are safe to grab our bags. And look at little toy soldiers. They're adorable. Totally Toyland. Totally Toyland. TTL. Alright, save our ship. Sauce. We got Sauce Land. I like Sauce Land. It's tasty. So Sauce Land, we do what we did in an earlier stage where we allow the Spinies to come back through and we block them up so they can't kill us. And we just kind of wait for them to come through and deal with them one at a time. So we can take as much time as we need to. Except for this one, I don't need to. There we go. And behold, Santa's hat. Oh boy, we Kicklein, we must be getting some weapon. You dang straight we are. We Loloin, we best be getting some radio. But as I said earlier, this is canon. It is not only a ninja game, it is also a turtle game, and it is also a Christmas game. So here we're going to do some running strats. Very dangerous, very dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out. And we're going to go ahead and... Alright, there's good. Right there's good. There we go. An OJ machine with the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. We also... Let's see here. Nope. Okay, just checking on it. We are donating for Feed the Kids to the Random Acts. Please do check out that link. There are some incentives remaining. And if you put $5 into the donation pool, you get yourself into the raffle for many prizes, including potentially a Nintendo Switch, as I've been told in a previous moment of the marathon. And upsy doodle. There we go. Upsy and doodly. Come back down here, please. And biddy-bid-bobbity, and boo! Next event, I'll show off the next Lolo game I learned. I bet you will. Come on. Bring it! Alright, we're on to the last 10 rounds of the game, and the final boss. This is moving quite well, I want to add. We should finish at about the hour mark, unless I die a dozen times to, what's-his-jerk. Put that right there. Put that right there. And time to fly. And right there. Alright, so hopefully... Yeah, I should have timed that better, should have timed that better. It's okay. And little toy cars. 9 left. Alright, so now this stage is one of the harder stages to figure out, and it is one of the longer stages as well. It is also one of the more dangerous stages because we get the reintroduction of the the Shield Knights, who can be a massive troll and or pain. But not if you get to them first. Nope, that's bad. Okay. That's what happens when the Shield Knights get the jump on you. Sir, I need you to go to the other direction. Thank you. And there we go. We got the jump on the last Shield Knight. There we go. Alright, 8 more. Count them down. So here is probably one of, not the most complicated, but one of the more complicated hammer puzzles in the game. Again, there are far more complicated puzzles in the special levels, which we will not be doing today. And there we go. Thank you. So you can have really nice spinies, and they could actually push the magic bags all the way to you. But it appears today is not one of those days. Again, this is not Toyland. This is Christmasland. They just couldn't fit Christmas in the title card. 6 more. Count them down. Alright, here we go. We got kicking chickens everywhere. We got springs everywhere. We're going to just say, have a nice day. And we're going to make... Oh, game. So now we got to be careful because the chickens love to push people around. I wanna push you around, will I will. Alright. And more Santa hats. Alright. 6 more? That is 6 more. I said 6 more last round too. It was 6 ago. Alright, so now we have the Great Spiny Race. You gotta dodge the Spinies on the way to the other side of the map and try not to get run over and to beat them to the bags. And there we go. We got the eggplant soldiers now. Not just eggplant soldiers. It's next level. Now we have 5 more. Alright. Here we have, again, the reintroduction of our not-so-good friends, the Snow Kids. And we're going to go ahead and deal with one of them here. And I've already failed this, so I need to, I didn't need to do that, but I did need to reset the stage. Excuse me. I could have fixed it. I could have fixed it. I could have fixed it. I chose not to. And by the way, the Snow Kids cannot be frozen by your breath. Although you can get frozen by their/your breath. Excuse me. Alright. And I have to be really careful. There's a Snow Kid down here. There we go. Alrighty, 4 more to go. Counting them down. 4. Alright, here we have another great race, where your entire goal is to not get run over by the Spiny. So you essentially have to chase it the entire way. The best way to do this level quickly is to, first off, not catch the Spiny. And the second is to freeze the bots here tactically. That was not tactically. There we go. That's somewhat more tactical. And again, you gotta keep running. You gotta keep running. You gotta keep running. Okay, they're not being very tactical whatsoever. Here we go. That's what I'm after. Alright, so now we have the Spiny in the center doing a good heckin' on the enemies in there. But we need to get in there, so we need to be careful about these guys running around. And bada boom, bada bing. Pandas. And that leaves us with 3 more to go. And we have another awesome spring event here. I love a good 2-for-1 sale here. That was not what I needed to do. Ah ha ha! So what I needed to do was this. Woo! Woo! We're okay. We're okay. How are you? And Raggedy Ann makes her appearance here in this game. Although they can't call it Raggedy Ann, you know. If you understood that reference, you're old. 2 more to go. And here we have those breaker spikes and a Spiny to round off one of the last 2 stages of the game. So we use this slider puzzle and using the ice blocks as our buffers here. Wait for the Spiny and go. Alright, and on to the last stage. The toy soldiers are going to lead the way. Now, this is probably the hardest puzzle in the normal game. You have 8 hammers, and I'll point out that they have to be in a very specific orientation for it to work correctly. And I'm going to grab that so I don't have to grab it later. Yep, that's right. And this here, and this here. Run! By the way, you can kill yourself with the hammers, so do be cautious, and done. I'm not that old, but I do remember the toy in the cartoon. Yeah, no, you're there. Alright, and the Lego blocks are going to lead our way to the Wizard King's Palace. So again, another flashing scene. If you have light sensitivity, please do look away now. It will be over in a few moments. I'll let you know when to look back. The Ice Rain Crit Rocket Runner with a raid. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the marathon. And the magic of the, what is that going to be? 6, 7, 8 rainbows is going to shatter the King's Palace block. It's turning into music. Friendship is freaking magic! We're gonna make friends with the Wizard King by kicking his butt. Oh, you remember this scene in Ninja Spirit? I told you, this is a ninja game. Kickle is 100% a ninja, 100% a turtle, 100% Christmas. So it's a great segue from the turtle block to the ninja block to the Christmas block. There's not a Christmas block. That's okay. I'll take on the Christmas block by myself. How dare you come here! I am going to kill you with magic freezy balls. It's okay. Send your freezy ball at me. I'm not afraid. Oh, I'm going to... I am actually kind of afraid. Hold on. I am kind of afraid. Nope. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. Go over here, Wizard King. I'm going to use that against you. You are a doofus. Did you know that, Magic Wizard King? Get dunked on! Come over here. That'd be great. He is super fast today, and I don't know why. Why, sir? Yeah, you know what? That's fine. It's okay. This is fine. We're okay. We're all okay here. How are you? He's jumping immediately, which is weird. Oh, I guess I'll just break it on your face. So how you doing? I'm gonna stand over here because it's gonna bounce weirdly. Go right here, if you will. Thank you. Blah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, he's gonna break it. Aww. Got him. So you have to hit him 5 or 6 times. I don't remember. I played this game. I speedrun this game. I know what I'm doing. Oh, no. Blip, and blip. And good run. Throws ice is a ninja. It's also Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Yeah, you're on it. You got the idea. Ah! Oh, that was the last hit, too. No, I took 2 game overs! Is Kickle actually Sub-Zero? Well, you never know. He is cold. And he is freezing. And if you do not use freedom units, yes, he is Sub-Zero. a lot of conditionals there, but it is a thing. That's unfortunate. The Wizard King got... The Bucket King got me a couple times. I'm sorry. Again, I am having a time. Well, I'm glad I have another almost 20 minutes of estimate here to work with on the very last combat scene of the game. Because apparently I've gotten better at the game, unknowingly. And apparently I still suck at fighting the Wizard King. Just gonna go over here and... Okay. Turbo in this game, by the way, doesn't help you, even if you have it. Time to run. Nope. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Woo! Woo! Sorry. And that is GG. 15 minutes of Bucket King. Looking for group. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I will definitely sit here and tell you that I appreciate everybody joining me for Kickle Cubicle. I know it's not really the kind of game that a lot of people enjoy, but I enjoy playing it a lot. I enjoy being able to provide it every single year for Feed the Kids, and I have for everyone that I've been able to be a part of. So again, I appreciate everybody being here. Remember, we're here to donate money for the Feed the Kids charity, which is the Random Acts. All proceeds go straight to them, go straight towards the cause. And definitely give if you can. If you can't, that's okay. But stay tuned. There's still plenty of day left, and there's still some stuff a little bit tomorrow as well, including a randomizer deep in the night. So stay tuned. Plenty more to come. And we'll go ahead and get ready to give you on to the next person, who is